Once upon a time, in a small, secluded town, the residents were preparing for a night of terror. It was Friday the 13th, a day notorious for its dark and malevolent energy. The townspeople had unknowingly become participants in a horrifying killing game. As the sun began to set, a thick fog rolled in, shrouding the town in an eerie silence. The streets, usually bustling with life, were now empty and desolate. The townsfolk had been warned of the impending danger, but they had no idea what they were truly up against. In the heart of the town, an old, dilapidated mansion stood tall. It was said to be haunted, a place where restless spirits roamed freely. Little did the residents know, this mansion would become the stage for their worst nightmares. As the clock struck midnight, a blood-curdling scream pierced through the silence. Panic spread like wildfire, and the townspeople locked themselves inside their homes, hoping to escape the clutch. Panic spread like wildfire, and the townspeople locked themselves inside their homes, hoping to escape the clutches of the unknown terror. But little did they know, the danger was already lurking within their midst. One by one, the residents began to disappear. Their bodies were found in gruesome states, their lives brutally taken. Fear consumed the town, and suspicion grew among the survivors. No one knew who to trust anymore. The once peaceful community had turned into a battlefield of survival. The townspeople formed alliances, but even those bonds were fragile, as paranoia and desperation clouded their judgment. Each night, as the moon reached its peak, another life was claimed by the merciless killer. The authorities were baffled, unable to comprehend the horror that had befallen their town. They tried their best to investigate, but the killer was cunning, leaving no trace behind. The residents were left to fend for themselves, trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Days turned into weeks, and the town became a ghost town, haunted by the memories of the fallen. The survivors, weary and broken, had lost all hope. They had witnessed the darkest side of humanity, forced to confront their own mortality. Finally, on the 13th night, the remaining survivors gathered their strength for one last stand. They knew that if they didn't put an end to the killing game, their town would forever be cursed. With trembling hands and hearts filled with determination, they ventured into the haunted mansion. Inside, they discovered a secret chamber, adorned with macabre symbols and ancient artifacts. It was here that they confronted the killer, a figure cloaked in darkness. A fierce battle ensued, each survivor fighting for their lives. In the end, it was a young woman named Emily who managed to deliver the final blow. The killer fell to the ground, revealing their true identity. It was the town's beloved doctor, driven mad by his own demons. The survivors were left in shock, realizing that the person they trusted the most had become their worst nightmare. As the sun rose on a new day, the town began to heal. The survivors, forever scarred by their experiences, vowed to never forget the horrors they had endured. The killing game on that fateful Friday the 13th had come to an end, but the memories would forever haunt their dreams, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within us all.